Coming at you from the OLR podcast studio.
It's really more of a basement.
Coming to you from the OLR basement studio.
But it's still a podcast.
Coming to you from the podcast basement studio.
Yeah, but you still need to say OLR.
Coming to you from the OLR podcast basement studio.
Oh, that's way too many words.
Coming at you.
That's not enough. You still need to say OLR.
Let's just start. It's OLR. Welcome to
One
the
Lane Road Podcast.
Why were you so hyped? Because I was so hyped before we got started.
Yeah, man. Got me fired up.
I come in hot. You come in hot. You come in real hot. You actually peg the meters out.
Is that the first time ever?
Yeah. That's the first time you've ever done it.
Most time I'm the easy
going guy.
spoken one here of this bunch.
I am glad that my phones were turned down, but I'm going to turn them up now, so don't do that again.
Don't you hot.
Where have you been? Why are you so dressed up? I know where you've been, so don't say it.
There you go. And where have you been?
I've been riding off four-wheeler.
Not just riding your four-wheeler, but like
an asshole.
Riding your four-wheeler, like to the point where your neighbors stopped what they were doing.
And watched.
After when I pulled up and you came like around the corner like crazy in the yard, stood up, dry humped the air with your pelvic region.
I
grabbed my pelvic region and said, hell yeah.
Yeah. And I said, hey, watch this.
Watch this. And then your neighbors just looked at you like you were an asshole.
He's the one that helped me get it running today, so he was just checking out his...
He was admiring
He's checking out his handiwork.
You coming out of here, first off, as a parent, I don't know how I feel about you not having your protective gear on your Speedster four-wheeler.
I went and looked for it today. It's been 10 years since I rode this four-wheeler.
One of these little hot shot racing four-wheelers I've never been on.
Go fast racing machine. Yeah, you have no business on anything.
I'm a utility rider.
Yeah.
I'm a utility four-wheel rider in the back.
That four-wheeler that I was just on, it's not for you, Jack.
You scared me coming around that curve.
I ain't been on it in 10 years. And I got it running today.
You were excited.
Got it running really well today.
Now what are you going to do with it, though? Are you gonna do that daily?
No. You know what I want to do?
Start racing again.
A little I do.
But when do you have time with all your jiu-jitsu schedule? I meet you on the road all the time going to sit on men's chest.
You know, that happens on Saturdays and Sundays. The racing does. Saturdays is when it used to take place. Realistically, I don't know when the hell it happens now, but I know it used to happen on the weekends.
Did you just get an MSN Messenger snap or something like that? That was the sound that MSN Messenger used to make like in 2001.
It is now the sound that happens whenever your battery is about to go dead.
I just thought you went completely retro. Like I thought with our podcast last week in the 90s nostalgia that got you going. Then you're dusting the juice off the
10-year-old four-wheeler.
What? You got any Fox racing clothes you're about to break out on me? Don't do it.
You know what?
That's MSN Messenger. You're talking to somebody.
Went dead. It's plugged up and still went dead.
L. Hickman, Big Boy 84, just logged on.
That's you know what that was? That was people from 2005 going, where in the hell have you been? Anyway.
Come out my nose.
I'd like to race it again. I didn't mean for my last time to be my last time.
We don't have to be.
It didn't have to be. I didn't know whenever I drug my butt back to the vehicle that was going to be my last race. And you know what may happen? Nothing. Somebody may go, you want to sell that? And I go, yeah, I'll sell it to you. I'm not going to sell it for what the last guy offered me, but I'll sell it.
All right.
I'll also ride the shit out of it.
Do people still ride those things, Mike?
No. No, nobody does.
I didn't think so.
You know, I'm not going to get a ride together and go to Brimstone with a bunch of people this weekend. I don't even... The two places that we used to ride, or that we used to practice on, I know one of them has had a bulldozer ran through it, so there's no way to get through it now. And the other one, I don't know that anybody's ridden on it in forever, so I don't know that I would have...
There's only one way to find out.
Any place to practice, but we can try.
Where's that at?
Over at old Daniel Collins' place.
Oh. Daniel Collins, he don't even have does he even have a side-by-side anymore?
Yes, but not a racing one. He's got a putt-around one. What is those? It's still the Polaris, but it's
Ranger.
Not. Yeah, he's got a Ranger.
Did he used to have a Razor?
Yeah, he used to have a couple of them. Yeah,
I got you.
He had racing 4-wheeler.
I got you.
Had it all, but I don't know. It's a lot of fun.
You look. Your heart just looked happy.
It was.
Your heart looked happy.
I went and looked for my old racing gear today. I started to say that earlier. I went and looked for my old racing gear. That's when I went down to Dad's. Whenever I texted you and I said I was going to go down to Dad's house for a minute, I went down and looked for my old racing gear. You know what it looks like? 10 years of piled shit up my corner in the garage. Rats chewed up on it.
Would it fit?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it still fit. My helmet and the boots are the only thing that I was really worried about.
Oh.
Those ain't changed. My head's still big. Feet are still the same.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. So it's all
you can't go.
Shreds.
You can't go racing in old 10-year-old gear anyway. You got to buy new stuff.
Yeah,
you got to buy brand new stuff to go out there and get 8th place in the beginner class.
Do they still make Fox Racing clothes?
Oh boy, I don't know. They've been hardcore since '74. That's what they used to say on there.
Hardcore since '74.
Mm-hmm. I think it might have just said core since '74, but let's be realistic. There was an apostrophe before the core, so it meant hardcore. But
I would have just spent the extra real estate to put hard.
Yeah,
in front
maybe.
Of it. Cord since '74 just sounds ignorant. To be honest, ignorant. Core since '74. Now, if somebody says I'm hardcore since '74, I'm feeling that.
Yeah,
core since '74.
Yeah,
probably had an ain't scared sticker too.
45 years old. You probably shouldn't be saying core since '74 either.
Who is?
What?
Me?
No, not you.
I didn't say
people that was born in '74.
I bet same people that say core since '74 have dropped their Fox Racing gear.
Yeah,
and since
moved on to like
Affliction.
Yeah, moved on to like Extreme Couture.
Which is that a branch of Affliction?
It's what kind of replaced.
Same difference.
Replaced Affliction, yeah.
Oh, Affliction's been replaced?
Well, I don't know.
Not
from whenever I had an Affliction T-shirt, that company.
You had an Affliction.
I did. In 2003, I had one. By 2005.
Where'd you buy it off? Douchebag.com?
They weren't a thing anymore by 2005. So, I don't know if they're still around or not. Somebody may have bought them and brought them back. Went to Tap Out. Now, I do want to say all that, and then go ahead and point out the fact that I had never taken any jiu-jitsu or any punching classes whatsoever at the point in time that I was wearing my Affliction or Tap Out shirts.
But now you can because you're.
But I'm not going to now, am I?
No, I hope not.
No, I'm not going to.
I would probably.
I almost wore my gi down here tonight, but seeing as how you just got here and I was on the 4-wheeler when you got here, I decided against putting it on.
Also a good call. I
wanted to wear it down here just, for the podcast fodder.
I want to challenge our listeners. If you're in a county, what direction is this, Lucas? I'm not very smart. Which way is the Walmart, closest Walmart to
West.
Us? Not named Tompkinsville.
West.
If you're in the county to our west, that has a Tractor Supply close to it and a Hardee's in the next parking lot over.
Yeah.
If you're in that Walmart, or if you're even in that county, you don't have to be the Walmart. I do the Walmart challenge just because I have a good time doing it because my wife stays in there forever, and my kids, I escape my kids, and I just walk around Walmart and I like taking pictures. I challenge you, people that may or may not go to the county to our west, send all your Tap Out shirt pictures.
Affliction. Tap Out. Extreme Couture.
Send them all. And whoever sends the most, I don't know, we'll give you something cool. Bonus points, though, if they also have the Affliction jeans with all the designs on the backside.
You're talking about the rhinestones and whatnot.
Rhinestones, the weird-ass pockets, all that. That's bonus points. That only.
If they get the dark denim blue jeans with the rhinestones on the back, an Affliction, Extreme Couture, one of those shirts, and a backwards hat.
Oh,
do they win? I mean, is that that's the ghost that like golden egg?
Yeah, that's the golden egg at Easter. It's some of them have Reese's Pieces in them, and some have $1.
That's the one that's got the dollar in.
Mhm.
I think that's almost worth getting on the show for.
Almost. Brandon Gregory should be good at this because he may be close to the area. Michael Vest is close to the area. Anybody else that may be close to that particular area of folks I don't want to infuriate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, it's a fun game because every time I go, I get 3 pictures. Lindsay once, we were passing, I know I've told this story. I had 2 T-shirts. We pass in an aisle. She goes, "Hey, let me show you what I got." I said, "Not now. I'm after the golden egg."
Yeah, I've got it right
I
here.
chased this guy all the way down to the frozen food section to get the tap out shirt and the not bedazzle, but busy jeans. I call them busy jeans
I like that.
because they look like they're
Busy. They're just busy.
They're just busy. They've got a lot going on. They got weird pockets. There's some sort of distressed color.
Yeah.
That why?
Hey.
Like my question when I see them is why?
Why not? That's why I would ask. Why not? Why not wear them?
Oh,
Gives you good pictures. Maybe they knew they were going to get their picture taken that day.
it's no different. Like we.
I'm full of dust right now. I can't quit coughing, and I apologize to all the listeners.
Wow.
I mention a lot that I go to jiu-jitsu, but I never talk about what happens at jiu-jitsu.
I do believe you're going.
Yeah.
I met you twice this week.
I was going to tell you what happened at jiu-jitsu Wednesday night.
I know. I was letting you get to it.
So the class is broken up into 2 parts. You got an hour of instructional, and then you got an hour of rolling, which is where you get a partner and you try to kill each other, right?
Rolling. I ain't heard that since Thomasville 2001. We rolling with them, boy.
That's pretty fun. Oh. So during rolling, class is taught by a black belt. Wednesday night, it's taught by a black belt out of the class. And Monday and Thursday, it's taught by the guy who owns the place. Wednesday night, one of the one of the guys in class said, "Hey, let's put on the gloves to the black belt."
Yeah.
And do a punching drill. So I sat up against the wall and watched the punching drill take place. It was a little bit terrifying because this like unassuming kid that's 5'7", 5'8", maybe 150 pounds. He's a black belt and he's fought MMA. He's fought inside a cage before, and he teaches our class. And he put on gloves and tuned this kid up for probably 5 minutes. Well, he comes over to the wall. There's me and 2 girls sitting on the wall over here. And he looks at all 3 of us, but then kind of zeroes in on me and says, "Does anybody else want to do this?" And I hate to pass up an opportunity to, learn something from the black belt. I said, yeah, sure, why not? So in my head, I'm playing out the scenario of what's going to happen, right? He said, "Do you want to put on the gloves?" And I think that's probably the worst thing to do. Because if there's like a Green Beret or a Navy SEAL or something sitting in the room, and he's already got a gun, you probably don't want to reach for one, right? So you probably don't want to grab the gloves when the black belt's got his on already, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I said, "I'll go. I don't want to put on the gloves, though." He said, "That's fine. I like punching." I said,
You got a punchable face.
I did. I had a real punchable face. He proceeded for 3 minutes to punch me in the face. Not full. He didn't full blast me.
No, you don't have any scars.
Mm-mm. He didn't full blast me. And realistically, it was probably no more than this. But he did it solid for 3 minutes. And we got done. I finally just had to go, "You know what? I don't know how to get out of this." I tap. I tap to your punches. He goes, "Okay. Couple things." And then he proceeded to tell me what I'd done wrong. And he said, "All this hand fighting," which he taught us to, at one point, to try and control the arms if somebody was punching you. He said, "All this hand fighting you were trying wasn't working." He said, "The only thing that you were accomplishing was giving me a break for me to wait to punch you in the face again. I said, well, while I was in there, I felt like you were just taking a break so you could punch me in the face again. He goes, I was. That was what was happening. Moral of the story is, I'm not very good at the punching part of the jiu-jitsu. Didn't know there was punching in jiu-jitsu. They do punch drills where I go. And sometimes you get your face punched in for 3 minutes by a black belt.
But your face looks good.
One of the girls said, oh, I cried the first time that they did this to me. She's a higher belt, been there longer. As I'm going over there, she goes, hey, I cried the first time this happened to me. I thought, well, that's weird. And then about 2.5 minutes in, I thought, I know why she cried the first time this happened to her.
Yet I'm the one here with a swollen face. You're looking better than I am. You got your face pounded in.
I told him, I said it couldn't get any worse. I mean, this is pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what it is.
Polish a turd all day. It's still going to be a turd.
It's still going to be turd.
Yeah.
You can put all kinds of paint on a turd. Ain't going to help it none.
You know what it is? Still a turd.
Still stinks. Still turd. Shiny.
So was you like bitch slapping? Were you like when two women? Is that what you're doing? Because that's what I envisioned when you said you're just
hand fighting.
Like
so,
you're smacking at his like.
What I felt like I was doing was cupping my hands and trying to control his arms. If you were watching from the sides, it probably looked like I was going. Ah!
That's what I feel like.
I feel like you're probably right as to what was happening.
Well,
you know what? This guy is so unassuming. Like I said, he's like 5'7", 5'8", 150 pounds. Wears like in there he always comes in with something like Captain America or Spider-Man or Batman or something on.
Jesus.
But that's what they make those rash guards out of. They just have stuff on. I don't know what he's like or if he goes out. But he's a real quiet guy too. He's hard to hear. You would be, if you were drunk in a bar for whatever reason and looking for a fight, he would be from a distance somebody that you might aim at.
Yeah.
And then you'd walk into the worst decision you've ever made in your entire life.
Yeah.
You'd be, I easily outweigh him by 90 pounds. And he messed me up for 3 minutes around there. I was trying to come up with some way to say that without dropping the F-bomb in it, but he messed me up for 3 minutes.
Sometimes you just got to drop an F-bomb.
Yeah.
To make it story more,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He did it.
Messed you up.
Mm-hmm. Messed me up. What did you do this week?
I don't know, really. I was thinking about that when I was driving over here from Red Bull, and I don't really know what I've done this week. I don't live a really exciting life anymore. Why does the TV keep
I don't know.
off?
This whole situation here, I don't know what the hell's going on with it.
I read a funny thing talking about our lives. I'm not an inspirational quoting guy. I always hate when women on social media, we've talked about this, we won't beat it to death, but like when a woman posts a selfie,
mm-hmm.
It might be a good selfie, but then immediately afterwards, she puts
song lyrics
or some like inspirational quote. Well, but I read something that Deontrez Mount, one of former Titan, that I really liked when he was here. This is pretty good, really, and it kind of goes to the fact that the other night I was somewhere and it got brought up again that, believe it or not, I like to meet people.
Okay.
Anybody's listening to the One Lane Road podcast at any length knows
I've got a big head. You like to meet people.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, last like 2 years with Titans, the Titans were how I started off the most.
Mm-hmm.
Was of course.
Right.
But I mean, like the last 2 years, no caravans, no something me and Waylon can always do together.
Mm-hmm.
If you look back at anything I've done, for the most part, it's been with me and Waylon.
Right.
But then other times there's not. Now, you know what it's leading to now, though?
What?
Like, that's what I tell these people. Well, hey, I don't understand why a lot of people do anything. Now, on the show, we'll make fun of people for doing things.
Yeah.
We just spent 3 minutes making fun of people wearing tap-out shirts.
Right.
Now, do I mean that personally? Like,
no.
Personally attacking somebody?
Personally?
No. That's
no. Neither of us give a shit what you wear.
No. No, absolutely not. But that's the part of this story because I'm
That's
like,
the funny part.
and I said, I don't even get mad. And the person was like, Dustin, you do get mad. Like it upsets you. And I said, well, yeah. I mean, obviously nobody wants to be made fun of. Really? Do we? Any of us want to be made fun of?
Right.
We've all got a little like something. There's something about all of us that we could all make fun of. I can make fun of you for something. You make fun of me for something.
Right.
Universally, there's always that's something. Now a long time ago, it would have hurt my feelings more. Like, what's the deal? Blah blah blah. Where's DK? Well, I don't know. You see any Titans around? Or it got to the point to where, who cares?
Right.
It's almost to the point to where like you post something almost to just troll the people that are trolling you. Like, oh look, here found a celebrity. That's just how it is. It's people around here sometimes aren't going to understand that. And, I even made light of it that one podcast. I'm like, well, you know what? It's not on the Citizen Statesman. It's not on the Old Topics website. It's not on all that. It's on what we call the internet. But, for every time that you hear like that, this person was like, yeah, my friend, kind of made fun of you for it. Like, he has no understanding why you make celebrities. Okay, cool. Well, he don't have to. He don't have to understand it.
Right.
I'm not, I don't know.
Here's my thing. Person X doesn't understand. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
And then, but they were like, but you gotta give him credit for like giving you crap to your face. I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
Here's my response to that.
Okay.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
No, I mean, okay, so he says my face. Okay.
No, I don't.
So, well, other people make fun of you behind your back about it. Well, they probably do.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Used to, I'd be like, man, I try to treat people nice. I try to do everybody. So what's it matter if I want to go meet so and so? And even our friends have done it. We've got a couple of friends that always aggravate me about it, but it's all about being comfortable to say, all right,
yeah,
well, you do stuff.
Yeah,
everybody does something.
Mm-hmm.
So when I read this quote, I'm like, even like a buddy of ours listens to the show, kind of got into it like on Facebook or Twitter the other day. And then he texted me and he screenshotted the conversation. He's like, I should respond, right? I said, no. And he goes,
no.
He said, what do you mean? He's like, he said, you wouldn't respond? I went, no. I mean, like maybe 5 years ago, but screw them.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, here. No.
I said, at the end of the day, it's just going to lead to a back and forth argument. People are trolls. Like, look, I've heard. It don't matter. It's just like he's younger than us,
right?
So when I tell him, I say, "Fuck him."
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm sorry, guys, but I mean that's what I tell him. I said, "Who cares? If you're making yourself happy, you're a hunter, you're all this. You go overboard about. I see on Twitter, I could easily make fun of you for tweeting the stuff that you do, but guess what? There's 5 people looking at my tweets going, "This idiot."
Yeah.
If it makes you happy. The end of the day, as long as you're doing right by your family and you know who you are and you're true to yourself, who gives a shit? Because those people making fun of you, okay, they're nerdy.
There's something. There's something about them. And the thing is I can spend 5 minutes in conversation with somebody asking the right questions, and I can pull out of them the thing that gets to them.
Yeah.
And I give it 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, I can be to the root of the thing that
they don't like
that you don't like to talk about.
Yeah,
that's going to be a problem for you, right? I can get there and then choose not to lean into it, right?
Yeah. Now, my stance on that is, if Lucas says something to me, all right,
yeah,
I see him every week. And if somebody wants to say something to my buddy that was on the internet. Well, if you're buddies, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm in the belief that if we don't see each other that much, just don't be a douchebag.
Yeah. Or do. If that's you. Yeah, if that's who you are.
And I've been guilty of it. Like, James Hatcher, like I said, he's so good to, build my building for me.
Yeah.
We were on a group text earlier about our fantasy football, and I was messing with him. He knew I was messing with him.
Right.
So I guess at this point, I'm just more amused that people really care.
I
was talking
to me, if you're gonna, whoever you are, just come at me like that, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
If you're ass, in real life, come at me like that, and that's how I'm going to treat you. If you're not really an ass in general,
Yeah.
and when you come at me, your persona at that point in time is you're an ass. Guess what? I'm going to treat you like you're an ass. If that's not how you're used to being treated, it's not my fault. That's how you come at me.
Yeah.
I'm going to play your game.
If that's the first conversation, then
let's not.
Whatever.
Let's not.
And even if I do know you well, like we've got a couple of other people that have been friends for a long, long time, and then when you're around them less in your real life, it's kind of like, why?
Yeah.
Are you still like that? Like you've been.
Sometimes people take a swing and they in a miss, right? You take a swing and a miss. If that's what it is, let's just move past it. But you got to know if you swung and missed. Maybe go, yeah, that's my bad. That was too much.
But even if we see each other a lot, and it's kind of the same recurring joke, but it's never like, how are you in between? How's your kids? How's how's everybody? It's kind of like, oh, you sucked off Shaq yet? Oh, hey man, that's a fucking cool joke. I love that joke. It's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's also the.
Should have said, yeah, me and your mom got in the middle of it.
That's the same 25. The last 25 times we've seen each other, that's the same thing you've said.
Yeah, me and your mom.
So like, I guess
that'll always be my response to that.
Know what your mom did.
Yeah.
I guess the two things that I go back and forth. You got to get that.
No, go ahead.
So the two things that I look at the most that I obviously know people make fun of me about: the celebrities. Like I said that one time, it ain't like I'm out here meeting Screech. It ain't like I'm waiting on Screech at baggage claim. It's musicians. I mean, even like the pro wrestling. Like I've got friends that run these conventions. I'm there. Like I'm sitting on the floor putting a display together, and Booker T walks up. Not that it's Booker T.
Right.
It's not like it was Stone Cold walking up on me, right? For me,
right.
But still, it's like I don't think people realize that I've put myself in these situations, working events, and it's led to things to where like. Yes, there's guys that I've walked up and probably been a fanboy or something. But these are also guys I've got contact with now that I'm trying to build relationships with.
Yeah.
And Jason Eady's one of my top 5 musicians, and we're doing shows with him. That stuff that people make fun of is also part of a bigger dream and goals that I like doing. So when people are talking about celebrities, okay, that's one thing. Don't you think now at this point, like if I meet somebody, I'm looking forward to the interaction with people, and people's like, because Lucas is not a social media person, I am. So like, and I even get a lot of, well, you post a lot. Someone call it needy. It's not really, but you know what? I love my kids, and you have as many iPhones as crash as I do. It's nice to go back and have those pictures on social media. Maybe I do, but you know what? I've always been in the belief of if I post me pictures of my kids or my life.
Just don't look at them.
Just unfollow me.
Unsubscribe.
So when I seen this today, it really hit. I know I went a whole soapbox on that just to say, love your fucking life. Take pictures of everything. Tell people you love them. Talk to random strangers. Do things that you're scared to do. Fuck it. Because so many of us die and no one remembers a thing we did. Take your life and make it the best story in the world. Don't waste that shit.
Who posted that?
It's from @NotYourLifeCoachDaily, but Deontrez Mount, former Tennessee Titan, posted it. I feel like too many people worry about what other people think, and and you do worry. Like I said,
some people do.
When our buddy tweeted and said, and I've been guilty of it, you know that, but I think I'm in the best place I've ever been about that. So when our buddy texted me and said I should respond, I said, no, piss on him. Who cares? He's like, you would have. I went, I would have, but not now. Let them have their moment. If that's what if you're a troll and that's what, if that's what gets them off, good for them. I know 2 or 3 big trolls, and
and all that being said, everything that you said, if your thing is to be a troll and that's what makes you happy, fucking do it. Yeah,
man. But everybody's gonna be like, what's wrong with this guy?
Yeah,
but be good. Be good at it.
Yeah, well,
if you're gonna be, be good or you be good, son. Why? Be good at it.
Yeah.
What was that saying? Did I butcher that?
Yeah. You messed it up so bad that I knew it prior to you saying it.
Be good or be...
And I can't remember now.
Be good or be good.
Be good or be good at it is what I...
How does people say that in the South? Like, how does Herman Springer say that? Be good.
If I can, I'll be good at it.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
all about it. Don't know it.
Yeah.
Be good. Be good at it.
You know what I've got to saying here lately is, well, don't work too hard. And then at some point in time, I realized maybe some people like working hard. So I go, don't work too hard. Unless that's what makes you happy, then do that. And then I'll walk out. And people go, nah, well, okay.
I'd rather hit them with the working hard. Hardly working.
Yeah.
So
I still slide that one in there every now and again.
So ridiculous.
Yeah.
White boy running late for everybody else is waiting. There he is.
There he is.
There he is.
Come on in here. Get in here. Where you been?
Mm-mm.
Hey, let's talk about Sturgill for a minute. Have you seen Sturgill's new anime?
I didn't watch that. I'm not gonna watch it.
I watched it at 6:15
What's he doing?
Friday morning. Sturgill doesn't do a damn thing in it. Sturgill's not in it. It's an anime. It's just 40 minutes of cartoon.
But did he produce it or anything?
Oh yeah.
He produced it.
Well, no, he was a producer on it, but this guy from Japan that does anime did most of the production on it. It's interesting.
Did you listen to the soundtrack?
Yeah.
I've made it.
Bought it, pre-ordered the soundtrack. Listened to the sound. Listened all the way through the soundtrack, and watched the anime and listened to the songs along with it.
Jeez.
I will say that the anime makes the songs make more sense. However, it's a little interesting.
Yeah. I went into this album not expecting anything.
Yeah, and that's what you got.
I've only actually listened to about 4 songs.
Yeah,
I've got it on my phone.
You got through sing along and quit.
Yeah, I didn't have any expectations. This may be an album that we appreciate much more in 10 years. I mean, when Shooter put out Black Ribbons in 2009 or 10, 10, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
I hated it originally. Do you remember when?
Oh yeah,
when he put out the.
If you're not going to listen to the album and you're not going to listen to the anime, or you're not going to watch the anime, then I'm going to tell you what it is. So if you are going to watch it and want to be surprised, go ahead and tune out for now. But so how the story goes is it's about vengeance at the beginning. So big business, and it's an analogy for big business and gluttony and things like that, you know, the 7 deadly sins and whatnot. But anyway, 2 guys come in, start killing everybody at this place. And then that guy goes out on his quest for vengeance to take vengeance over these 2 guys.
Yeah.
He winds up getting killed. His daughter takes over. His daughter's the protagonist throughout the anime. And then it's got a little scene of, you know, it's like post-apocalyptic. The world's gone to shit, you know, living in some kind of dystopia. So they're riding around. Those 2 guys are riding around on top of everybody's backs. They're being carried on these huge, huge things like you'd see in Mad Max, but there's no wheels on it. It's people carrying them around, and one guy's writing checks, and every check he writes, a new big bomb goes off, and then one guy's went from this little skinny guy to this big old fat slob that's got naked people around all over the place. And she winds up going to kill those people, and then it cuts to a woman skateboarding through Tokyo or someplace, picking up stuff in a yellow suit that you would wear if, you know, a nuclear bomb had dropped. And then it goes to, you know, a bunch of people that's been enslaved, and they're trying to escape their captors, and one of them gets away and blows up the whole damn place and burns everybody in there. And I don't know, man, it's interesting. At the end, it gives a dedication to all the people who've lost their lives over, you know, all the senseless deaths over nothing, you know. I don't know, it's interesting.
It's different.
It is different. It's worth watching. Each scene is connected but kind of disconnected, kind of like Pulp Fiction.
I just wrote it off as not even an album for Sturgill Simpson. It's kind of what I know it is,
right,
but I don't want it to be.
Right.
And the guy that judges country music quite a bit, he tweeted about it. Said, "This Sturgill album's not for me." He said, "But I get it. It's just not for me."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "I just wish I could understand the lyrics more." He said, "Not
that they made the music and then he sung under it instead of singing the song and putting the music under it. He's under the music the whole time,
Well,
and I think it's because of the anime, so that you can kind of get the
He's mumble mouthed as is.
yeah,
You know.
yeah, and then he's real quiet throughout the entire thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'll listen to it, but what I was getting at, it's kind of his. It's his concept album. When Shooter done Black Ribbons, like I said, I
Mhm.
didn't like it at all. Then now, fast forward, if you ask me 5 Shooter songs, my top 5,
From that album.
2 of them are off that album.
Mm-hmm.
It's a concept album. I didn't expect after The Son of Waylon to have 3 straight country albums.
Mm-hmm.
He comes out with Black Ribbons, narrated by Stephen King. It
Right.
was different, and I was like, man, F this.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, All This Could Have Been Yours and Black Ribbons itself, 2 of my favorites. So, I mean, maybe we'll look back and with more appreciation, or I will maybe, but I don't know.
I like the anime with it on there. It's not something I'm going to go back and watch again. I have watched it twice, and I'm probably done with it because I thought, well, I want to see if I missed anything there.
Nah, I don't know if
I'll
ever
probably
watch
not do it again, but it was it's worth watching once.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good music released. I'm a fan of Kendall Marvel. Kendall Marvel was a guy that's plays a lot of residencies at the Exit Inn.
Mm-hmm.
He's written songs for Jamie Johnson, Chris Stapleton over the years. Started doing his own stuff a couple years ago. He opened for Cody Jinks when I saw him at Ascend. He had a new album come out. It's very good. He's supposed to have been on here before. We've talked about him coming on here. Just I get lazy booking guests sometimes, and
Right.
instead I have my
Well, life happens.
yeah, it does. Whiskey Myers put out a fantastic album this week, and then there's one called "Still a Bitch in My Book," or it's just bitch, and it's just make fun of country radio, pretty much. But it's good stuff. And who else? Somebody else got a new one soon. Chris Knight's got one coming out. And actually, Kendall Marvel's album's not out till October 11th. He's got 3 songs. I've still not listened to all of the Cody Jinks. So Cody Jinks come out. He had one coming out October 11th. I think called After the Fire, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's been saying expect the unexpected. So he drops another album. So he's got 2 albums, full-length albums coming out back-to-back, October 11th, October 18th.
Really?
So and he's got 5. I hate when they release so many songs beforehand. I don't want to hear the songs before they come out. I'm old school like that.
Well,
I
it's
don't
kinda-
like it.
Well, I mean, that is old. That's the old school way to do it. Drop your single and then wait for the album.
A
to come out.
single, but now it seems like these guys are releasing 2 or 3 songs
Well,
before by the time you get like a 11-song album and you've already heard 3 of them.
mm-hmm.
Kind of just don't, put one out. Give me one.
Yeah, give me a little
Give me a
taste.
single. Maybe put 2, but some people put 3, 4. So
Mhm.
tomorrow night, I don't know. I hadn't looked at it, screenshotted it, but Tyler Childers has sold out Red Rocks out in Colorado.
Yeah,
And he's live streaming it.
really.
Anybody that wants to check it out. So if you do, I don't know what time it comes on. I have no idea. But if you want to watch Tyler Childers, by the time you hear this, if you're one of the overachievers that listens to as soon as we download,
Yeah.
Tyler Childers on 30th? Yeah, September 30th. Somewhere on his information, be able to live stream. Red Rock's just a cool venue
Yeah.
to check out. So, Breaking Bad, you seen that?
The show Breaking
No,
Bad?
where it's coming. The movie that's about to
Oh,
debut.
no.
October 11th in select theaters, then on Netflix.
Really?
And Jesse Pinkman is out.
Uh-huh.
He escaped on the last.
Yeah.
He's got the beard. He shows up to all of his old buddy's house. He
Uh-huh.
shaves the beard off, and there's rumors that Walt White may be still alive because he's being interviewed. Then he gets away from and he's in a room, which may be a meth lab, may not
Mhm.
be. I don't know. Then you hear a voice say, "Are you ready?" Sounded a hell of a lot like Walt White to me.
Really? Did you watch the entire series?
Finally. Yes.
Finally watched it.
Over Thanksgiving.
Oh,
It was
you
like-
just watched it then, so it's
Yeah.
fresh in your mind then.
Well, I watched it like in November to January.
Oh, okay. Well, if they bring Walter White back, it's completely jumping the shark because he got shot all to pieces in the last episode.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe it's like one of those deals where he's. I think there's a lot of people that's going to be in his Jesse's mind.
Well, okay.
Maybe they're teasing people to think that Walt's going to be in it. But
Yeah. Well, he was Jesse was in a mess by the time he escaped.
yeah.
He drove off like a crazy person.
I can't wait to see it.
He made it out. I can't either, man. That's exciting. I didn't know anything about it until right now.
Yeah, look up the trailer after I leave or tomorrow sometime.
Yeah.
Just
I'm excited.
I doubt Lafayette Cinema is going to have it, but
that was the only
Netflix will.
that was the only show that I ever sat every day that it come out and watched it as it come out.
Well, you know I don't do that, so
Right.
I was behind.
That
the
was the
game.
last episode or the last show that I did that to.
Yeah, it's worth it. Like too many people told me that I would enjoy it,
Mm-hmm.
not to enjoy it.
Oh yeah,
So I've been watching a documentary. A lot of people will see. It was on PBS and WCTE.
the country music one.
Yeah, and I've only watched bits and pieces.
Yeah,
Um,
I thought you were going to say inside Bill Gates, inside Bill Gates' brain.
no, I hadn't watched that one.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
pretty good.
The country music one. I don't know. I feel like it was pretty well done. When I saw the Johnny Cash, Elvis Presley, Memphis stuff.
Yeah,
I saw some stuff. Here
people
and
said
there.
it was good. What was the guy's name that done it?
Ken Burns.
Ken Burns. Yeah,
Mhm.
Ken Burns documentary.
I started to sit down and watch. I kind of did it backwards. I've got all of them recorded, but I'm sorry, I just cannot get into 1920s and 1930s, 1940s.
I know it's a
country
part.
music.
I know it's part of it, but I'm not interested.
I'm not. Now when it picked up with Hank Williams
Mm-hmm.
in the early 50s, I enjoyed watching the Hank Williams Sr. stuff. I enjoyed watching the Johnny Cash, Elvis Presley stuff in Memphis for Sun Records. I did
Mhm.
watch that segment. But then after that, I'm just busy all through the week, ball games, practicing and stuff. I said, I've got them DVR'd. This morning, I was like, you know what? I've been seeing tweets from the different people talking about the 80s guys.
Mhm.
So I watched that episode, and I watched all the Keith Whitley, Randy Travis, Garth Brooks, George Strait, the class of '89 with Alan Jackson, Alan Jackson, Garth, Travis Tritt, and Clint Black, all those guys. To me, it took me back to my childhood a lot.
Yeah.
Watching TNN with my mom, the Ralph Emery show,
Yeah.
and my grandma watching the Ralph Emery
Boy,
show.
Ralph
and
Emery,
watching-
that's a good callback.
Yeah. So it took me back to a lot of the stuff I grew up watching
Yeah.
in my house. But I tell you though, big boy here got a tear in my eye when I was
Watching Garth.
not Garth.
Clint Black.
When they talked about Vince Gill.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, keep guessing. But
Yeah.
no, it was when Vince Gill. I didn't realize. I guess I did. I always thought it was about his brother, and I guess I'd forgot. He wrote the first verse when Keith Whitley died because it says "No stranger to the rain" and the "Go walk high on that mountain." And he said he wrote it, and for whatever reason, he couldn't finish it.
Mm-hmm.
So he stopped. He wrote that first verse about Keith Whitley. Then for 4 years later, when his brother died, he remembered that verse he wrote about Keith, and he's like, "Well, my brother lived the same life, alcoholic."
Mm-hmm.
So then he writes the song, and it's Vince Gill still to this day probably biggest hit. But no, when I got teared up, I was watching it. He was singing it at George Jones's funeral in 2013, and I was there at that memorial service with James and Derek. And I just remember trying not to cry. 'Cause I'm such a George Jones fan,
Right.
And just watching Vince Gill and Patty Loveless having to kind of console him because he had to keep stepping away. But man, I don't know. I was sitting in the living room this morning by myself. I'm just a big baby.
Here's the thing about Vince Gill, though. There's so much pain in his voice when he sings. It's so beautiful whenever he's singing.
Well, it just took me back to being there that day, and he was bawling. Patty Loveless was hitting him on the shoulder. Then you show the crowd, and Garth stands up, and he's got big tears in his eyes. And you look at Jamie Johnson, his eyes are getting red. He's next to Garth. And then you look at George Jones's widow and Nancy, and I guess his granddaughter, and I was just like, and I'm crying. Up
If
here.
somebody's going to snatch a tear out of your eyes, though, it's going to be Vince Gill.
Yeah, it was 7:30 in my living room this morning by myself. They're crying like a little baby watching the country music. That's why country music's the best. Because it's relatable stuff.
Hey, have you ever heard Master P from back then and got a little tear in your eye?
Never.
Never once.
Never did I.
Snoop Dogg's not.
Never.
Never wrote a tearjerker. Dre.
Only when you was high and your eyes would be watering and listen to Snoop.
Dre's never wrote a tearjerker.
Well, Mystical said, "That's right, don't panic. I'm Mystical the mechanic."
It's not quite the same.
Like a torpedo, something by the seat, all that.
Not quite the same as Vince Gill. Give us a little bit of Vince Gill too.
I don't have it. What do you mean, Vince Gill?
No, you sing it.
No.
Give us a little bit of it.
No.
Give us a little bit of the lyrics.
No, but anyway,
Sissy.
John Schneider was in Red Bull.
I did know that.
Who?
I don't know, man. I am really glad for our boy Andrew Pope. I'm really happy that he sold his song to somebody. That being said,
Easy.
I heard John Schneider sing it the other morning.
Stoned on the One.
Stoned on the One at 7 o'clock the other morning. And live at 7 o'clock in the morning, he didn't do it great justice.
And I like John Schneider.
I do. I like John Schneider. He's got a good voice, and I've heard some of his other songs.
God,
I've heard some of his other songs, and they were good. I don't know if it was because Andrew Pope, I'd heard Andrew Pope sing it live, and I expected Andrew Pope's voice whenever I heard the song, or if it was just he was a little off because it was early in the morning.
He just, no, it's not that. It's not.
I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt that it may have been because it was real early. Maybe his voice is a little scratchy. Maybe his voice.
Andrew put it on his social media the night that John played it at the Opry.
Yeah.
Said, sometimes you just know a song was meant for you. This was written by a young man named Andrew Pope, who's here in the crowd somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I was excited because I love Andrew's version of it. And it's just not the same.
It's just not the same.
You'll never hear me badmouth Bo Duke
right
on this show. I'm not a fan of the.
I'm not a fan of the way he does it. His interpretation of it is not the best.
And he was so friggin' personable when we met him at the Country Giant that night.
Yeah.
When he done this show.
Yeah.
I never listened to a song of his in my life. I knew him from acting, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he sang.
Right.
I never looked into it. But he told such a good story, and he was so personal with everybody.
You left a fan.
Yeah. He stopped with every single person that went through that line to meet him afterwards. It was so great. It was engaging.
Mm-hmm.
And he I like some of the songs.
I wanted it to be really,
well,
really
how
good.
the hell did he end up in Red Bull?
I mean, where else you going to go? You're Bo Duke. I mean,
he plays all over the place.
I know, but if you're going to come around here, 90% of your fans live in this little area.
No, I get it, but I mean, how did he end up in Red Bull?
Oh.
How's that set up? Like he posted on some story that I follow him on. I'm like, it's like a really small place. I found out it was Donahoe.
Yeah, it's over. I don't know if it's Donahoe or the
Thomas
House.
I would imagine Donahoe.
I don't know. I guess I get confused as to which one's which.
Thomas House is the one behind the pool that's haunted. It's been on TV for being haunted.
Yeah, that's probably not that one.
Yeah. Donahoe, they've made a lot of renovations in the last few years.
Yeah.
That's crazy, though.
That is wild.
I didn't know. My dad called me last night. I was pissed off twice last night, right? Because my family don't tell me anything. My dad's like, well, went over to this cruise in. He said, well, it ain't like a car show. They just shut the square down. People, I said, I know what a cruising is.
Yeah.
I've been out of the house before.
Yeah.
He goes, well, then I left and went to the Farm Bureau steak dinner, which I was pissed because what?
You can't take me to a steak dinner?
I eat spaghetti. I can eat any other than I can't eat a steak dinner from Farm Bureau. I'll give them enough money throughout the year.
You would imagine.
Well, I just didn't know we was going to go. I didn't ask for a double date. You could have been like, hey,
you could have given me a heads up.
Going on. He's like, Daddy said John Schneider's over there at Red Bull tonight. He said he called to get tickets. I said, he didn't call me. Who the hell is he going to take?
Yeah.
Leave that alone.
I drove, there's a big sign with John Schneider's face on it in Red Bull.
Damn.
I've been driving past it. Like,
where's the sign at?
You know the intersection of Carthage Road and Highway 52? It's on if you're coming from Red Bull and back this way, it's on the left. Right there at that big intersection.
I'll be dang.
It's not a big intersection, but the intersection.
Like the main one or like the street over like where the bank's at, where nobody ever goes to unless you're going to Carthage Road? Like, is it on
the main one, main road.
Wow. I just went over there a while ago.
Yeah.
After I left the funeral home.
Well, if you went down towards the funeral home, you drove right past it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
It had somebody else's face on it, too. I don't know who the other guy was.
Well, I hope everybody else enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go, guys. A celebrity within 15 minutes, and I missed it. I'll be damned.
Didn't even know about it.
Didn't even know about it.
Until your dad told you about it.
Hey,
I will point out that you are aggravated that you didn't know about it.
Nah,
that's the only thing that I'm going to point out. We don't need any more commentary on it.
If I didn't meet him in January, I'd be infuriated because I love Bo Duke. Yeah. Tom Wopat was nowhere near as engaging as him.
Was also nowhere near Red Bull.
Yeah, and he was at Cooters.
Yeah.
Hey, James Rink sent a thing on Twitter this week. The most popular Halloween candy in every state. What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Candy corn.
Fucking really?
Love it.
I despise candy corn.
Love candy corn. I'll eat all of it. I'll eat that entire glass full of candy corn right now.
You and my wife are both so disgusting. Really? Candy corn?
I love it. It's my favorite Halloween candy.
I ask. I shouldn't. So, like, Reese's is better than sex. Reese's.
It's all right.
Not white chocolate Reese's, not dark chocolate Reese's,
Standard
not
old
Reese's
Reese's.
Pieces. The real deal Holyfield. Put you know what?
I think Oreos, like double stuffed Oreos, will kick those right in the ass.
Double
but-
stuff's pretty good, but don't get the the mega stuff. That's not even real Oreos. at
Hey,
that
mega
point.
stuff is almost too much. It
I'd rather have-
changes the taste of it at that point. I don't like it.
At that point, you know that generic Oreo that I've beat to
Rather
death
have that
down
one?
here. I'd take that over the mega stuff.
It's too much.
So some here's some answers like Florida and Texas are M&Ms.
Yeah.
What's the two states directly below
Hey,
us?
did Mississippi and Alabama? Did and Georgia? Did you say Halloween candy a while ago, or just candy in general?
Most popular Halloween candy.
Okay, all right. I don't think of M&Ms as Halloween candy though.
Well, they have the variety.
Oh, the little snack packs.
That's what I'm
that
guessing.
Okay.
So like Oregon and Washington are Reese's.
Mhm.
California's Kit Kat. Both states directly below us, Georgia and Alabama, Milk Duds. Which Milk Duds suck too. I mean, they're not bad. I'm not mad if I get Milk Duds. If I've got Reese's or Snickers to go with it. If I only get Milk Duds, I'm a little disappointed.
I only eat Milk Duds if it's Halloween.
I hope candy corn's in the same category.
It is.
Thank
Candy
God.
corn and Milk Duds. I only eat them if it's Halloween.
Kentucky is the only state that had a worse answer than Tennessee.
Yeah. Meth.
Meth on a stick. They had Swedish fish.
That's a big thing now, though. That's not as bad of an answer as what you're thinking. That's a new answer, too, I believe.
I've never heard of it. Not once have I heard that.
It's like little gummies. You know those, remember gummy bear?
Absolutely.
You remember gummy worms that had
Yes.
the sugar coating on the outside of it?
Yes.
That's what a Swedish fish is.
Okay. Well, I feel like people in Kentucky.
I've never had one, but I went to a birthday party that the theme was Swedish fish.
Yeah. I've not been all over the state of Kentucky. I've spent a lot of time in Tompkinsville.
Uh-huh.
I feel like if we did a poll, Swedish fish wouldn't end up in the top 50.
I guarantee if we went up there, they may not even know what in the hell it is.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
Minnesota's got, I think it's Minnesota, maybe pretzel M&Ms.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Yeah. They.
Would you like to take a?
I believe in 1992 they quit selling those in Tennessee.
Pretzel M&Ms?
Yeah.
Jolly Ranchers above us somewhere, maybe Illinois. I need to do a geography lesson here. Would you like to take a guess what Tennessee is this?
Oof. If I hadn't already said meth, I would use it again.
You're not going to get it.
Let me give me just a second. I'm gonna say red Twizzlers.
How did you even get that freaking close?
What was it?
Red Hots?
I'm a candy connoisseur, I guess.
I guess you are. Red Hots.
You know when the last time I ate a Red Hot was?
No. Halloween?
Halloween. Whenever I was like,
What is a Red
9.
Hot? What is a Red Hot?
Those little, they're little
Hard-
chewy. Well, they're only got a hard shell for just a second.
I know what it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
looks like a little horse pill.
My wife pisses me off so bad when she comes out of the store with like Twizzlers, with like
You know what the worst thing that ever been made was?
Twizzlers?
Black Twizzlers. Black
Ugh.
licorice Twizzlers.
Ugh.
That's nasty. I don't even. You know that I don't know if it's supposed to be root beer or what kind of taste it's supposed to be, but that that sound that you make, that anybody makes that sound whenever they're eating a Twizzler.
Ugh.
I just don't like that. There's a
Twizzlers
taste
are
that
so bad.
There's a taste associated with, and I don't like it.
Ugh.
Red Hots,
Not happy about
I don't
that.
like them.
I don't either. That made me. There's a lot of these things that come up for whatever reason on social media this week. There was a few that
You know what?
came up.
You know what I like? There's a little peanut butter bar, little hard peanut butter bar. It's got like a white chocolate candy coating on the outside of it, and got peanut butter in the middle that you only get on Halloween.
Yeah,
I like those. They're
Oh.
pretty good.
I like anything that sounds like that.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know exactly what you're talking about. So here's the thing. You got to get rid of one of these.
Yeah.
M&M's,
Yeah.
Reese's,
Yeah.
Milky Way, Kit Kat, Snickers, or Twix.
Milky Way.
Exactly.
Get out of here.
Did we just become best friends?
I believe so.
Yeah.
That's
Milky Way.
that didn't even belong on the same list as all
I
those
knew we
other
were going to
things.
have the same answers because as soon as you
I
said,
stopped listening when you got the Milky Way.
because you knew you had your answer.
I already had it.
It was going to have to be some bad stuff.
It would have had to have been black licorice for me to have changed
I
my
agree.
answer.
Which one will be your second, though?
You're gonna have to say them again because I don't know what the rest of them are.
M&M's,
Uh-huh.
Reese's.
Uh-huh.
Do you say Reese's or Reese's?
Reese's peanut butter. Reese's.
Reese's.
Yeah, Reese's.
So I'll say it.
Yeah. What is it? Reese's.
No, I don't think so. Or I wouldn't. I would say Reese's.
I might say Reese's Pieces. If I'm saying about the pieces, I might say Reese's.
But it ain't Pieces.
I probably say Pieces whenever
It's
I say
Reese's Pieces.
I probably
Fight me on
say
that.
Reese's Pieces, but I guarantee you it's Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, well, because the word is pieces.
Yeah. I might say Reese's Pieces though.
I hope you don't.
I'm just saying. I might say.
I just want to fight people that say Walmart's and Reese's.
Yeah. Well, go ahead and say the other ones, by the way.
Kit Kat, Snickers, and Twix.
I guess I would say Twix second.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
I like Kit Kat too much, really.
yeah. A Kit Kat's not going anywhere.
No. Well,
Reese's isn't going anywhere.
No way.
I'd throw away M&M's before them two.
Regular peanut.
Regular. Peanut M&M's, we're gonna have to shuffle them around a little bit.
And guess what, M&M? I don't need all these cute variations.
Mm-mm.
I need regular. I need peanut.
That's all I need.
Specifically peanut.
I really don't even need regular.
Not really.
Just need peanut M&M's.
I had some regular ones yesterday from Melvin's.
Yeah.
For like 22 cents.
You know what they are? Just little chocolate dots.
Peanuts.
Yeah.
God, you know what? I got a Mountain Dew and a can yesterday and $20 in gas at Melvin's.
Mm-hmm.
$20.50.
You know what else? You know what else can suck it is Raisinets.
Ugh. Yeah.
They can skip rocks as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who in the hell wants that for
Nobody.
any time? I don't want it for Halloween. I don't want it in my Easter basket.
Raisins in general.
I don't want it on the table at Thanksgiving.
Raisins in general. I don't want raisins in my dressing.
No.
Grandma, I don't want raisins in my chicken salad.
We're so on the same page today.
Get those raisins the hell out of here. You know who likes raisins? My little boy. He was eating a box of raisins the other day. I said, one, where did he get raisins at? And two, why does he like raisins? And he was, after him, like couldn't quit shoveling them in his mouth. It's awful.
Well, I ain't gonna say.
I said, give that boy some chocolate.
I'd rather have like a peach or a pear put in my Halloween basket than some Raisinets.
I'll take a peach. Let me have a peach. You know, if I went trick or treating and somebody put some raisins in my thing, I would give them the rest of my bag of candy and said, "Here, hand this shit out to the rest of these kids that come up here because you're awful at this. All these other people have been so much better than you have."
You got any bologna in your freezer?
I would take some pickled bologna over that. You know what I used to like that that I wouldn't let my kid eat when you went up and got a Rice Krispie treat. If somebody made Rice Krispie
because they make them, they can put whatever they want to.
They might put whatever they want to in them. In the 80s, I didn't care. I'd eat them.
I love them.
I'll eat Rice Krispie right now.
They're pretty good for you.
No,
they're not.
They're not.
All right, here's a pretty interesting about food also that popped up this week. You have to get rid of one of these.
Yeah.
Shrimp,
Mm-hmm.
steak,
Mm-hmm.
fried chicken, or ribs.
Well, ribs can suck it. There's really no reason for them. They're too hard to eat.
It's a lot of maintenance.
You got to wipe all the time constantly. You
do.
can't have facial hair when you're trying to eat them.
Mm-mm.
Ribs are just awful.
They're not awful.
They're
not awful.
They're good, but they're just too hard. It's too hard.
I love ribs.
You can't get them out in public.
You can't get them pellet.
You got to cook those at home.
Then they're not going to be as good as the restaurant.
They're not. Then after that, fried chicken. I'm not a big fan of it.
It just depends where it's at.
It really has to be.
Yeah.
I got physically ill at smelling the Kentucky Fried Chicken yesterday at Lafayette. I didn't like it.
I'm a hit or miss on
I don't like
fried chicken. My mama's fried chicken. My grandma's fried chicken.
Mm-hmm. You know what my favorite part of it is, though? The fried outside.
Oh, the skin?
Yeah. That's the only part I like.
Yeah.
The rest of it, throw in the trash.
The shrimp and steak ain't going nowhere.
You got to keep it.
I love
Everybody keep eating steak. Andrew Yang, the one of the Democratic people that are running for president of the United States, which is currently polling at like 3%. I wasn't mad at him completely about everything he was doing, but now he's come out and said that he wants to move the United States away from a diet of meat.
Yeah.
And how he's going to do that is start taxing meat higher. Now, that's a simplification of what he said, but that's the gist of it. He wants to start taxing meat producers higher so that people stop eating meat as much in the United States. I don't get it.
What's so wrong with meat?
I don't know. He wants to tie it to methane production, that cows produce too much methane.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. You're never going to make it to president of the United States like that.
I wouldn't think so. You got to back off.
You alienated. There's like, what, maybe 7% of the world or the United States is vegetarian, and maybe another 5% is vegan. You just alienated 90-something% of your people.
If you want to be president, all you got to do is suck up to all the ethnic groups, all the.
That's not true. Trump didn't.
yeah, it's true. I was just going to say, be nice to everybody that's, different.
Yeah,
in this world.
That's not true.
Well, I think. How many people you think went to the polls that they said, "Nah, to hell with it. Trump's never going to win it anyway. I'm going to vote for Trump."
Some people might have said, "You know what? I'm just going to give him my vote." I don't want him to be. I don't want him to be up there with 100,000 votes or anything. Maybe some people went, "Holy shit! I shouldn't have voted for him."
Here's one that takes forever. A buddy of mine at work was showing me this one, and this is way too much.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to say this slow.
Okay.
I want you, if you know you hate it that bad, send me to mark off the list as we do it. You can only have 3 of these restaurants for a year.
Okay.
So you got to take into account. So Wendy's,
Uh-huh.
Taco Bell,
Yeah.
Hardee's,
Mhm.
Subway, McDonald's, Moe's, Quiznos, Red Lobster, KFC, Olive Garden, Jimmy John's, Chili's, Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, In-N-Out, Burger King, Applebee's, Chipotle, Outback, Buffalo Wild Wings, Arby's, Rally's, and Five Guys.
I can only have 3 of them. Wendy's is going to be on the list. It's going to win.
Okay.
It's going to be one of the top. It's going to be one of the 3.
Okay.
Whatever the hell Moe's is, just mark Moe's out.
That's what I said.
I don't know what that is. Just get rid of it.
Like Moe's Southwestern Grill or something.
Get rid of In-N-Out.
That was the first one on my list.
Yeah, mark In-N-Out off. Mark out Arby's.
Arby's terrible?
I don't like it. There's nothing I've ever got there and thought, I'm going to do that again tomorrow.
No, ever. Like Arby's is like Arby's is right by Tutco.
Yeah.
And I won't mess with it.
Yeah. Hardee's,
Hardee's is.
It gets honorable mention, Hardee's does, but it's not going to make top 3.
You know why it's maybe on my top 3?
Because of breakfast.
And it's, what the breakfast is?
Just a biscuit.
Damn, no, the sausage, the smoked sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit.
That sounds really good.
Hell yeah, it is.
That would be the only thing that would save it would be breakfast.
That's on my list.
But I would get tired of that pretty quick.
Okay.
Olive Garden, I don't want to eat it all the time.
No.
I don't want it to be one of the things that I have to go to. What'd you say the other one was? Chipotle?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've had it again. It's kind of an Arby's.
Yeah, never even had it.
McDonald's. I've been there too much.
Yeah.
There's nothing there that just makes me jump out and say, yeah, I want it.
Waylon's going to be pissed, but McDonald's is off my list as well.
Yeah.
McDonald's used to run my life.
Yeah.
I'm fatter than I've ever been, but it ain't because of McDonald's.
Yeah.
I don't like it anymore. The fries are still amazing though.
The fries are the only thing that's worth eating.
Their burger ain't even good. That chicken nuggets ain't been.
They don't even try to make it look like what's on the menu anymore either.
No, it's bad.
Yeah, it's not good.
Okay, well, I figure you can eliminate one of these 3 by the relative how close they are to each other. Subway, Jimmy John's, or Quiznos.
Oh, you can take out Quiznos and Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
I don't care for either one of those. So what's even left?
Rally's. I don't even know what Rally's is. Is it like a Steak and Shake or something?
Probably. I think I've seen one.
It's like a Carolina thing, isn't it, or something? I'm getting off Rally's. Nobody's
just
with Rally's. So we got left like Wendy's, Taco Bell, Hardee's, Subway.
No, Hardee's is off.
It's off your list.
Yeah. Okay.
Red Lobster, KFC, Olive Garden is off your list. Chili's, Chick-fil-A, Man, can we take Starbucks off?
I don't even like their coffee.
They have food?
I don't know.
I don't think they have food.
I've got coffee there twice in my life.
Too fancy.
Wasn't good.
Burger King. Buffalo,
I'll leave Burger King on there.
It's goddamn so good.
There's sandwiches. If it wasn't for that stupid Impossible Burger, their entire menu would be fantastic.
It's pretty good. The burgers are fantastic.
They're so good. They're so much better. Their burger is so much better than everybody else's.
So much better. Okay, so are you going to go to Burger King or Wendy's? Oh.
I'm going to keep both of them. And the only reason I say that is because Wendy's holds a special place in my heart because of how close it was to where we used to live.
I know. And the Wendy's is like the only thing you could get like a salad or a chili.
Right.
Can you go get chili anywhere else?
No.
Not at Burger King.
You get lemonade there too. You get lemonade. You get a Frosty.
That makes me think of Eddie Murphy when he was talking about Elvis. Elvis couldn't act. They just let him sing his lines. Hey, Elvis, they got to win this race. They got to win this race. Hey, Elvis, we got lemonade. Lemonade and that cool, refreshing drink. Anyway.
So I'm gonna. So I've got one sit down restaurant that I'm gonna add into.
Yeah, you got to have a sit down. So that's Chili's or Outback, essentially.
I'm never gonna do Outback
or Red Lap. I don't like Outback.
I'm never gonna do Outback.
Keep your stupid ass bread, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like anything about it.
Red Lobster is also a sit down option.
Yeah, I think I would say Red Lobster, just for having something different in there.
Applebee's is like where you go when you're in a town so small that they don't have anything else.
Right.
When I first started going to my sister's in Murray, Kentucky, before it grew a little bit, we went to Applebee's because it was Applebee's or Martha's Diner. When I think of Applebee's, I think about Ricky Bobby's daddy acting a fool.
That's
in that place.
That and that Carol worked there for about a month or maybe 2 months in Cookeville. That's the only 2 times that I can think of Applebee's.
I think I worked at Applebee's.
Did you really?
For like a week.
That's hilarious. I didn't know that.
I was a food prepper. Is Chili's the ones that got all the
Chili's or Applebee's?
Applebee's. Which one's got the weird flavor or like the chips that are like black and red?
I don't have any idea. It's bound to be Applebee's because I've never seen that.
You know, just
my 3 are Wendy's, Burger King, and Red Lobster for the change. 90% of my time is going to be spent at Burger King and Wendy's.
Five Guys is too expensive for me. Buffalo Wild Wings, I think, is the most overrated restaurant in the world.
There's nothing good there.
There is nothing good.
I've never had a good burger there. It's really hard to mess up a blue cheese and bacon cheeseburger. They did it.
Yeah,
they did it.
And if you're talking about wings, as far as wings, if I'm in Cookeville, Tennessee, and if Buffalo Wild Wings is my option, I'm going to Hooligans, Woolly Bullies.
19th hole?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Anything. Buffalo Wild Wings can suck it. Chick-fil-A, I don't really like all that good either.
I am not a fan of Chick-fil-A. I don't like it. My wife loves Chick-fil-A.
Like every person I know.
It's too busy. There's too much going on. When you drive around through there's people standing on the curb to take your order. You drive around, people walk out to you.
Yeah.
I don't like this. The drive-through window, it's been perfected. McDonald's got it. Just copy it. Let people drive up, order their food, drive on through, hand it out the window, drive on. I don't need to meet 4 people.
It's a lot.
I don't need to meet 4 people to get my sandwich.
That's a lot. KFC's coming off my list too. Subway's probably coming off my list. I like Taco Bell, man. It's going to be hard for me to get rid of Taco Bell.
It's all right. Because at the Taco Bell, you get Pizza Hut, too.
Well,
you get 2 in 1.
Some locations.
You know, any one that I've ever been to, you do.
Not the one in Lafayette.
Never been to that one. I don't even know where it's at over there.
All right. Well, I'm going to pick Burger King, Chili's. Oh. I guess. Oh. This one, Red Lobster's coming off my list. God dang. Can I bring my own breakfast from home? Is that a thing?
I don't think you can. Just judging by the rules of the game.
All right. Well, that's tough. That is so tough. I guess I'm gonna get rid of. Ooh, I really like that smoked.
It's
sausage.
Good. That sounded good.
I don't really like their burgers and fries and stuff.
There's nothing. There's
Hardee's.
Their burgers get shit on by Wendy's and by Burger King.
Oh my God, you're so right now. Can I get? Is Burger King breakfast good enough?
I don't know. I don't think
not.
it is.
It's not.
It's really not.
Dude, I'm gonna have to get rid of Wendy's and their friggin' chili that's so immaculate. To go with Burger King.
Their chili's so good though, and you just got rid of Frosties. Did you even encounter that?
Does Wendy's have breakfast?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think I just skip breakfast.
Yeah.
I think that's what.
Is this the toughest decision of my life? Yes.
I was just going to have to skip breakfast is all I can say.
Burger King, Chili's. I'm going Taco Bell as the wild
Oh.
card. I got rid of Hardee's and Wendy's. I'm going Taco Bell.
Okay.
'Cause who hadn't ate a cold Taco Bell taco
still
hung
good.
over for breakfast?
It's still good.
Bam. Taco Bell, Burger King, and Chili's.
That's good stuff.
Damn. That was tough.
That was tough. That was a good list. That was a good list. I just want to give a shout out to Moe's, whoever that is. I mean,
They're everywhere.
I've never seen one. And
Southwestern Grill.
I don't like your name. I don't like
I think there's one at Opry Mill, or there's someone. I don't know. I've never had one.
yeah.
Never will I.
I don't plan on that. Rallies, I'm probably never going to eat one.
No.
No.
Starbucks shouldn't even been on the list.
I've ate In-N-Out before. I went when I was in California. I ate In-N-Out just because I'd always heard of the In-N-Out burger.
Right.
I'd rather have Wendy's.
Exactly.
Anyway, you got anything else on your list? We kind of need to cut it short tonight.
No, yeah, we know there was two things that I had written down, but I feel like we can't get it covered. Maybe we'll talk about this next week. I'm just
Okay.
going to give a teaser. Curtis Rich posted a thing, and I feel like it needs to be addressed also.
Was it about Duke?
No, it wasn't about Duke or Honey.
Okay.
But it just says you're an adult. Stop sticking your tongue out in pictures.
I agree with it.
I agree.
I agree
People
with
go
it.
overboard. And also, there was a headline that I screenshotted this week from Barstool Sports. Said a woman cuts her boyfriend's dick off after he shared his sex tape with her with his buddies.
That seems a little extreme.
Do we want to talk about these or not?
No, not tonight.
Okay, that's fine.
I am going to have nightmares about that.
Well, do you have a sex tape to speak of?
No, I sure
Then
don't.
you're good.
I don't have a girlfriend either, so that's
Oh yeah,
that's terrifying.
I guess
That's terrifying.
so
Lorena
guys,
Bobbitt. Shout
well,
call back to Lorena Bobbitt.
Good God. And just last minute. And also tickets are moving for the concert.
Good.
So contact me. Tickets are now on sale. I'm going to email your tickets if you give me your email. That's how it works.
Get hold of them. Tell them where to find you at.
On Twitter, I don't know. Find me on Facebook, Dustin Kennedy, One Lane Road Podcast on Instagram. Oh, is it OLR Podcast? Is that what we got
Yeah, I
everything
think so.
under? OLR Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Anyway, y'all can find me.
Find us.
You can email this podcast at.
Yeah. At olrpodcast@gmail.com.
There it is. So, yeah. So, Matt, it's what's his name? I'm just kidding. Rye Davis. Rye Davis, the headliner that
funny.
night. Mike DeMeza and Matt Mayberry opening up. I know a lot of people have said put me down for some tickets. Finally got to selling some yesterday. So I shared. If you look on my Facebook page, I've shared Rye's 2 songs. They All Know My Name and Blue Jeans. I'm going to share She'd Know the cheating song that he wrote with his wife. I shared Mike DeMeza's Whiskey Did You Miss Me, and going to share some stuff of Matt Mayberry's here soon. So
Get your money in. We got to pay these guys.
holler at me soon. Yeah, just quicker the better. That way we'll know where we're at. And also JB's Barbecue, they can pre-sale orders. So $12 you get meat. You get shredded, loaded mashed potatoes.
I'll get shredded.
Coleslaw.
Those
Ooh,
mashed potatoes.
They're the
they're-
best. They're friggin' the best.
Is he going to make beans again?
He's gonna make baked.
Holy shit.
Okay, so
they're
so for $12, and like me and Lucas said last week, it sounds like a lot off the top. It's what you're paying. It's the exact same thing what you paid for Andrew Pope.
Yeah.
$20 tickets, $12 food. So it's shredded sandwich, loaded mashed potatoes, baked beans, and coleslaw with a drink for $12.
Oh, my God.
Guys, that's not bad. Don't be.
It's not bad, and holy shit, is it good. My God.
It's gonna be a good time. I have a really good feeling about this.
Yeah.
So yeah, holler at me and let's get that place full.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. We love you.